What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, man, we're going over some more stuff that I've updated the boot camp with for the new Milsim server. Because of the whole issue I've been having with getting members in, I've been just kind of focusing on making sure everything is perfect over here, so that when I do go into getting members and I start getting members in, and I go to on the homie server to actually run the boot camp and the operations, that they're good. So we made a couple changes. You guys can see I've added some decorations around the map. I've also changed the layout of a couple different things. But I wanted to mainly come over here and showcase some of the changes I made with the obstacle course. You guys can see here I've added some stuff for the obstacle course. I've also added a special forces training facility, like I said I was going to in the last episode. So we're going over here and check that out as well. You can, again, been kind of busy just kind of doing operations, but I did do a little bit of differences with like the firing range as well. Um, I'm trying to look at a different way to do the firing range on. I'll probably change this when I do the actual firing range on the actual server, because I like this setup I have right now, but I'm not a fan of the blue crates kind of being the backdrop of the firing range. So I think when we do the firing range again, we'll probably be doing multiple small firing ranges. Using some of the like built-in ground hangers around the area, so that way they're natural backdrops and we don't have to worry about like the way they look, because I think it kind of looks kind of weird with the blue crates. But yeah, so we did a little bit of changes here. We added we made everything more smooth looking. I made sure everything's a little more even. um, so that's some of the other stuff that I changed. The helos have been adjusted so they're not as don't close the door, game. Get in. The helos have been adjusted so they're a little more spaced apart, because I realized when I first placed them that they were in terrible positioning. Um, but with that being said, let's go over here and check out the Special Forces training facility. So over here is the Special Forces training facility. They're gonna come out. This is gonna be for Special Forces only, so obviously the irregular infantry won't be they won't be the ones using this facility. I'm going to make a separate facility for them to kind of practice room clearing with. Again, when I get onto the server with the co-owner, when he's able to host the server, when I hop on there as game master, I'm going to be spending a few hours on there just kind of messing with things. It's going to be perfecto when I'm done with it. But yeah, so this is the Special Forces facility. So they'll stand here. They'll have a certain amount of time to clear it. So they'll have to come through here, clear this. They'll clear this. And there's a couple different obstacles they have to go through. So they have to clear this back room, clear that target. They have to clear this back room right here. They have to clear this area. They have to come through the front gate, clear, open it, clear this area out. There'll be a few targets in here they have to deal with. They have to go up this ladder. There'll be some targets upstairs on the rooftops they have to clear out. Now this is also going to be designed for different advances, so they'll also have to clear out this back area. There's a target in there. There's a target over here. A couple targets over here, and then there's going to be a target in there, target in there, and target in there. So tons of targets to take care of. I also did the crates to kind of barrier it off, but I'm not a huge fan of this look. It gets the job done. It gets the point across, but it's not my favorite choices. But there'll also need to be some snipers, special forces members that will have to take care of the targets on the roof. Again, this is a very simple facility, but I wanted to make it as many targets as possible to kind of give the special forces a challenge. But that's kind of what I'm going for with that. And I want to just kind of talk about some other things in the Milsim that I wanted to go over. So we're gonna hop in the Humvee here, and we're gonna go find a good spot to chill. And I'm gonna talk about some of the ranks and some of the different things that I want to go over with you guys that are interested in joining, so you guys know kind of ahead of time before you get into it. Um, what's a good spot to go over here? We'll go over here and we'll sit in the command office. Um, I'll have a link down below to the Discord as well, so anyone that wants to hop into the Discord and check it out and join up, they can. I'm always accepting of new members. as well as any partnerships. So if you're a Discord server that wants to partner with us and share our links to each other, I'm always down for that. But we'll go here in the command center. It's a little office I made for all my commanding officers, especially drill sergeants. You like the little office, boys? All right, so let's go over some of the things that I want to discuss with you guys going forward, so you guys kind of have an idea. So I have updated the ranks. So here's all the ranks currently available. I'm going to go from highest to lowest. And that's going to be the Discord admin and Discord mod. So those are going to be the two non-roleplay based roles. Those Discord mods will focus on the Discord, and Discord admins, or just admins in general, they're going to focus on the Discord as well as any type of publication of the Discord to other people. So they're going to be doing a lot of going to Discord servers and setting up partnerships. And they are also going to be in charge of helping the roleplay along. So say if I'm inactive for any reason, if I'm doing something else, they can hop on and they can create an operation, or they can start an operation that I've already created, or they can authorize trainings or authorize applications, etc. Stuff that helps the roleplay continue on. So then we have General 5-star, which is what I am. I am a General 5-star. Currently, that is the only person that will ever have General 5-star, but this may change in the future depending on what happens going forward. Then we have a General 4-star. General 4-stars will reset every year. So the next couple of ranks reset every year. General 4-stars, you have 1 year to be a General 4-star. You can be elected or chosen to be the 4-star general the next year as well. We're going to have a little election going on in-game that will determine that. But General 4-stars are going to be basically in charge of basically all platoon units and all divisions during an operation. So if there's the Air Forces, the armored, the SEAL teams, everything, all that will be under their command, and then they will talk with their fellow generals, being the General of Air Forces and General of the Armored. Those guys will be able to, all three will work together to coordinate attacks. Same with General of Air Forces, General of Armored, and the colonels and majors. I'm sorry, majors, colonels, generals. Those all reset every year. If you guys want to know how to earn those ranks and earn any of the ranks that I talk about in this video, on my Discord, there's a How Do I Rank Up. That's from highest to lowest, and that's also going to have every single certification you need to have in order to accomplish those roles and ranks. So you have the General of the Army, General of the Air Forces, then we have colonels, we have majors, we have captains, and we have first lieutenants. Those are some of the highest ranking officers. We have warrant officers 5, 3, and 1. Now, I know this is not entirely realistic, but I didn't want it to be overly realistic. I wanted it to make sense within the universe, right? And so in this universe, we're not going to have 1,000 ranks. Not right now. Maybe down the line if we have a shit ton of members and we just need to have more ranks to flush out the members, then we'll add more ranks. But for right now, I think a few ranks is all we need. And so I only wanted to add 3 warrant officer ranks because I think the warrant officer ranks are some very important ranks in the military, and so they're supposed to be here, but I didn't want to overdo it. So after the warrant officer ranks, you have your sergeant majors, your SPC specialists. Now, SPC specialists are going to be your sergeants and your commanding officers for special forces. So they have no actual representation of their rank in a regular standard unit. In a standard unit, they would just be a sergeant or a sergeant major. So they're going to be, sergeant major or staff sergeant. They're going to be between those two ranks. But you are the highest ranking officer within a special forces unit, and while on duty as a special forces unit, you will have authority over most staff and majors, sergeant majors. So it's a little weird, but it'll be better explained once we have SPCs going around the role play. So after SPC, you have staff sergeant, and then you have sergeant. Sergeants will be your drill instructors. Those will be your drill sergeants, your gunnies, as some people like to say in the U.S. Marines. So these are going to be your guys that are going to be here at main base doing a lot of training, and they'll be your guys who are in control of a lot of units during actual operations. After that, you have some specialty ranks that will be between private and corporal. So you have corporal after the sergeant, and you have also with corporal you have special forces. Those are about the same rank. So if you're special forces, you're going to be a corporal. So here are the specialty ranks that we have set up right now. We have pilot, we have military police or MPs, but MPs are only for base stuff. So for during training, they're only going to be at base for training or elections, etc. They're not going to be out in the actual operation. So never think that the MPs are going to be like real life MPs and just be a pain in the ass. They're not. They're specifically those guys that are MPs are also just standard infantry. Those guys are just going to be here at base when we need them. After military police, we also have CDL certified. This was the old trucker rule, but I didn't like truckers as the role. I thought it was cool, but as it didn't hit the same way as I wanted it to, so I changed it to CDL certified. CDL certified are going to be guys who are going to be certified in Humvees, armored Humvees, Jeeps, trucks, fuel trucks, repair trucks, command trucks, medical vehicles, all of that. They're the certified drivers of units. Each unit will have a select amount of CDL certified infantry, and as well as it can be as many people as they want. They'll have a minimum amount. So for the first boot camp, majority of the guys in the boot camp will also all be certified CDLs. Then we have medics, and we have the I don't have it listed here, but I think I might make a pilot gunner role as well. But anyway, medics will be certified medics. They will be designated by their equipment. They'll probably have medical bags that will have their medical equipment in them, in it. So those guys will be certified there. And after that, we have private first class, which is your standard infantry. After boot camp, everybody is promoted to private first class. And then we have the private trainee. The private trainee will be everyone's default role when they first run the Discord until they pass boot camp. So, be aware of that. All ranks are server time based, so they are not based upon how much money you spend on the server. If you donate money, they are not based on how much publicity you bring to the server. Obviously, publicity-wise, it could help if you're trying to get to, like, say, a general in those later stages. But all ranks from private first class all the way up until at least first lieutenant in the first warrant officer ranks, those are all based on time played and by how you act in game, how your attitude is, how you're are you listening, following orders, are you taking initiative. All those things will count into how you rank up. None of these ranks are able to be earned other than the general 5-star. So if you join the Discord today, you can begin the process of working towards generals, or if you want to be a specialist and be in the SEAL teams, the Delta Forces, then you can work your way towards them. Some other units that have been added as well. I want to go over some of this stuff as well. This is going to be a little bit longer video. I just want to kind of go over some things. Some of the divisions. Right now we have Delta Division, which is going to be consisted of the 82nd Airborne, the 33rd U.S. Marines, the 101st Mortars, once mortars are available for use, the 52nd Armored, which is currently being generaled by KG, which is the guy that's going to be help hosting the servers. He's a big guy who likes vehicles, so he'll be in control of the Armored Division for both Bravo and Delta. Then we have the 72nd Rangers. We have the SEAL Team 6, which is the Delta Division's Special Forces unit, which now looking back on it, I should probably have switched Delta Force and put them in Delta Division, but I think it's funnier to see them not in Delta Division. And then we also have the 83rd U.S. Air Force. That will be your pilots for the 83rd. Bravo Division is going to have Delta Force, the 89th Mountain Cav. The Mountain Cav is a specialized unit. They're going to be a unit focused on wilderness combat. They're going to be focused on your majority of your snipers, your scouts, your recon are coming out of that unit. But obviously snipers can be in any unit, but they're particularly going to be out of the 89th Cav, Mountain Cav. The 31st Armored, we have the 3rd Marines and the 77th Infantry. 77th is an old school unit. That was a unit that's been around since World War II. And we have 2 new divisions that are coming up down the food chain, which is Alpha and Charlie divisions. Those 2 divisions will be being fully fleshed out once we have more members, but those are coming down the line. So we have quite a few units available. All of these units are opening for officers and infantry to sign up for them. All the links are at the Pacific Division's chat group in the Discord. So just go to the division, go to the unit, pop in that unit's application, and I will get you certified in those locations. A huge thing with this server, unlike every other fucking Milsim out there, I am not going to punish anybody that wants to partake in multiple different avenues to play the game. And what I mean by this is, if you want to have a call sign as a sergeant up, you are allowed a call sign. Corporals and privates do not get call signs, just for pure easiness of use of the Discord, especially once we get more members. Going forward, all privates will get a call sign nickname that they can choose. So if you want to be called Reaper 1 or Valkyrie or Taylor Swift, whatever you want to be called, I'm going to work with you and get you that call sign because I feel that your experience is better than my realism, okay? I don't give a fuck about realism. I care about your experience and how you're having fun, and that's what matters to me. Also, some other things, all units can be, you can also be cross-trained for all units. So if you want to be a medic, actually some ranks, specifically the higher ranks, so those majors, lieutenants, those guys all have to be certified in all different types of warfare. But if you're a private and you want to go and do medic, pilot, pilot gunner, a CDL, medic, I don't know if I said that already, and all the other cool side trainings that I'm going to offer, then we can get you certified in those things. You're not going to be limited to one thing, okay? So never feel like you are, once you're locked in, say you're locked into the 77th Infantry, you want to join them, but then you later down the road, you want to join the Mountain Cav, you are more than welcome to put applications in for every single unit in every single division if you want to. You're obviously going to have a lot of ats when you're a lot of roles attached to your name, which means you're going to get pinged a lot more. But that does mean you get access to a lot more operations. And as we do operations, are going to be open to more people. So, like for example, right now we have 2 operations planned beyond just the boot camp. Under daily operations, you'll be able to see this on the server. And you will see that we have Operation Search and Destroy, which is going to be an operation at Saint Pierre, which is in a place in Everon. That's going to be specifically for the 83rd Air Force and the 72nd Rangers. So if you're not a part of the 72nd Rangers, but we don't have a lot of members, I will just add you to the 72nd Rangers for that specific event. And then if you want to stay there, we keep it. If we don't, we get rid of it. Our next operation after that will be Search and Rescue, where it's a friendly Huey that gets shot down near the castle above Saint Pierre. We will have the 83rd, 52nd, and 33rd. So those 3 divisions, those 3 units will be there as well. And the same thing goes for that as well. So, I hope this is helpful for you guys that are joining. Just a few other things that I want to go over real quick. The Milsim lore has been updated, so check that out in the Discord. I'm not going to read it here because it's it's a little bit long, but you guys are more than welcome to check that out. We do have an SOP, or Standard of Operations. Now, the Standard of Operations is not the most realistic thing ever, but it does give you a few tips and tricks to better prepare yourself for the role-playing experience. This is basically things like be in uniform when on base, do not shoot an unarmed person. So this is going to be just like the Geneva Convention, where you do not shoot someone who does not have a weapon. Do not operate vehicles or machinery you are not trained to use. This is simple. Like, if you're not trained to be CDL certified, I don't want you to see you in the driver's seat of a Humvee. I only want certified people. We're not going to make this super realistic, but we want to make this at least seem a little more historically accurate in some ways, so that people who are watching this on YouTube or whatever feel like we're together and not just an online match. When landing in a helicopter, you must wait for the pilot to give you the green light to get out. This is super simple. This is something that's going to help you in multiplayer as well. It's just knowing when to get out of a helicopter and when not to. This is stuff we're going to be training with. I am never going to tell you something and expect you to know it and not teach it, okay? I'm always going to teach whatever I say to you. So if I say I want you to aim a certain gun a certain way, I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm going to work with you. I'm never going to do what some other Milsim servers do, that tell you, we need you to know this information, but we're not going to teach you right now, but you got to figure it out. I'm never going to do that to you, okay? You're always going to be taught what you need to know for the Milsim and for the roleplay experience. When dealing with civilians, make sure they are aware of your presence. You never know when I'm a part of the civilian team. This is something that I'm going to throw in randomly. You will know ahead of time in an operation whether or not I will participate. For example, the operation of Search and Destroy, I will be participating in that operation. I will be a Russian leader, and I will be roaming around the area just shooting at random friendlies, as well as just doing random stuff. And then obviously I'll be captured at the end of the operation per the Operation Pacific details. But yeah, you never know when I'm partaking. So if you see a civilian in a building, which that operation will have around 10 civilians to capture and rescue, as well as protect, you must treat them like a real person. At all times. I know it's going to be weird for some people to get the hang of, but this is a role play at the end of the day. We're supposed to be getting character. Uh, so you never know when I'm playing a civilian. So treat civilians as real players. Obviously, if they're not moving, then they're probably not me. But you'll get the hang of it as you see. But communicate with the civilians. I know when I did this on a role Milsim server, I did this. I was talking to the civilians as if they were real players. Now, obviously, if they're not moving and they're not moving and they're not moving, I'm not going to sit there and not respond to you to make you think that they're AI. So if I don't respond to you immediately, that means they're probably AI. But always think that they are real players so that it helps that roleplay experience continue. Some other thing, all information gathered must be reported to your squad lead. Failure to result in punishment. Now, this punishment is going to be very light, maybe walking up and down the airfield or boot camp or whatever a couple times. Or we'll have you, we'll put a punishment channel and you'll have to write a certain amount of words in a certain amount of time for like 20 minutes or something. It'll be something light. It'll be nothing really that crazy. But this is a kind of get people in the hang of things of saying, hey, I killed X amount of AI, or hey, I cleared these buildings, and communicating with your officers and with your commanding leads so that they can also, because they will have their job, they will also be required to submit mission briefs, debriefs to me at the end of every operation. And I would like to know things like how many AI were killed, how many vehicles were destroyed, how many friendly casualties, how many, was there any important information gathered during this battle? So things like that, just to kind of, again, add to that roleplay experience. So make sure that's something that you guys are doing when you're partaking as well. Some other things as well, tips and tricks help. This is a channel I made. This is going to have all types of useful information. I'm going to keep posting information here. I actually posted all the general info, so like 5-star general, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star generals. I've also posted the ISOFI maps of Everon and Arland, which are both maps we'll be using for the roleplay experience. I've posted different types of troop maneuvers, vehicle convoy maneuvers, helicopter maneuvers. I've already posted 2 convoy 101 and flying 101 posts as well. All the U.S. military ranks I posted, as well as some other stuff, including like the Geneva Convention. I've actually posted their legit website. You guys can go read the Geneva Convention, which we will be talking over in a little bit in the classroom side of training. Very small amount, nothing like real school or anything, but a little touch on it, a little sprinkle of salt on it. So that'll be something you guys can also get into if you guys are also interested in that. We've also have a bunch of different channels for specific things. So we have the equipment channel, the 52nd Armored will be posting majority of this information because of the first Armored Division to be in the server, and that will be the General of the Armored, which is KG. He's going to be working on this over the next couple of weeks, posting different vehicles, what they can and cannot do, their abilities, their roles, etc. As well as I have a Huey channel, which I'm going to be posting in, as well as other pilots will post in as they need to. That will post everything to know about the Hueys, as well as once other helis are added, I'll switch over to helicopter information, and then we'll have all types of pilot stuff like how many seats, what guns, what armor, etc. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's a lot of the new stuff that I've had on the Discord. I hope you guys found this interesting or very useful. Again, this is all about being as fun as possible for everybody. As you guys can see right now, I've customized this room. I've added stuff to this room. I've added a full desk of items. I'm trying to make this as fun as possible for you guys, and I'm putting a lot of effort into this. I have a video coming soon, possibly showing the 2 operations, and I put a lot of work into the visuals of them. Obviously, we'll have in-game versions of them, like actually playing through them once the operations are going, and I'm very excited about that in the future because I want this to be as fun as possible and as involved as possible for everybody. So again, please join the Discord if you are a Discord that is interested in partnering with me, that'd be great. I'm not looking to prove anything to anybody. And same for them. I don't expect them to prove anything to me. I just want to simply have a server that we can share our links to each other. And just grow, because that's what we're supposed to do as a faction, as a community, is grow with each other. Um, because you can't gain anything off of someone if you don't have anything to gain off of. Um, and that works both ways. So this is more of a thing where I want to partner with communities that are willing to lend a hand out, and then we can share our links to each other and work as a community. Because I feel like arma Milsims is such a cool thing, but if there's no good community efforts, these things oftentimes either become extremely tyrannical, or they just don't have a lot of fun in them, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to be fun. Again, I've mentioned this multiple times. This is more of a role play than it is a milsim. Even though those words go hand in hand with each other, this is leading more roleplay style than it is milsim. We're going to be characters. I'm going to have a character on this server. I can't wait for you guys to see this character that I'm coming up with in my brain. And the whole part of this is to make you guys feel as welcome as possible, and to have as much room to grow. Again, this is also a place where you're going to be able to grow as not only a player, but as an individual, as a human being. You're going to learn things, you're going to teach me things, and we're going to learn and progress as a team. And we're going to have a lot of fun with operations. We're going to have mods soon on consoles. We're having mortars, we're having rocket pod Hueys. We're going to hopefully soon have the ability to host lobbies from PS5. For right now, we have a PC guy who's willing to help us on weekends. So if that continues to work out, then we will have that. But yeah, if this server really booms out and you guys really want to have a 24/7 available servers, please reach out to me, and we can maybe work on doing some Nitrado donations. Maybe have a server pod, server, what's a word? A server pot where you guys can put money into to own help us own a Nitrado server, and then we can really go crazy with it. That would be obviously open 24/7 for anyone to come in and kind of hang out and learn. Again, share this Discord, share my YouTube with this video, and my YouTube in general with them, and have them come check us out, especially if they play Arma. We are accepting Xbox, PC, or PlayStation players. Everyone's welcome. As long as you have access to Discord, you have access to our server and all the knowledge that we are giving out. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a longer video. I'm having more gaming stuff coming up over the next couple of days. I've just been really focused on this arma Milsim for the last couple of days, and it's been fantastic. But now that the Discord is pretty much done, now it's just waiting games for the servers to become live. So thank you guys so much. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.